Hey everyone, I was in Chicago recently and I stayed at the Intercontinental on the Magnificent Mile. There were a lot of different hotels in the tourist spot, but I specifically picked this one for one of its key features, which I'll be detailing in a separate video, so definitely subscribe to see that. But in this video, I'll be giving you a tour and also going over my experience staying in this 2 double-bed room in the Grand Tower for about a week. Something to note about this hotel is that it has 2 towers, the Grand Tower as well as the Executive Tower, which is actually a little bit more expensive, a little bit fancier, but it's actually the older, more historical building. So the one I stayed in was a little bit more basic, but it's still very nicely renovated. The Intercontinental is part of IHG's hotel line, so you can check in early on the app so you can save you some time when you actually reach the hotel. That's what I did. So I just had to basically tell them my name, give them my ID. Then they handed me my key cards and I was all set. Those cards were first used to activate the elevators to take me up to my floor and then to unlock my room. When I walked in, the first thing I noticed was definitely this little mini bar. The ice bucket can be found right here at the top, and then moving downwards, you'll find some stemless wine glasses and some coffee cups, creamers, sugars that can be used with the Keurig machine right underneath it. Also, next to that is 2 water bottles that are complimentary, but anything else in this little bin here, the snacks and special beverages are all cost extra. In fact, they even have sensors here that if you remove it for more than 30 seconds, then it will automatically be charged to you. But underneath that is a empty drawer that you can use to put some of your own food. And underneath that are 2 mini fridges. So the one on the left is full of their beverages, again, for purchase. And they also have sensors with them. So again, if you remove it for more than 30 seconds, you will automatically be charged. So do be careful. They do have an assortment of sodas, beer, alcohol, Fiji water, as well as some candy bars. But if you want to just store your own food and save some money here, you can use the mini fridge on the right that is empty. There is no freezer section, just FYI, so just a refrigerator. Continuing on with the room, right next to that is the bathroom, which is really nice. It's bright, well lit, looks really fancy with its stone countertop. Overall, just feels really welcoming. The floor appears to be quartz tiles. There's a nice soft floor mat right before the sink. It has a huge, large mirror right above the vanity that stretches from end to end of this room. There's even this big concave mirror, good for doing makeup. Starting from the entrance location, there's a hanger for your washcloth and also a hair dryer, which you can plug in right at the outlet right there. That's also where the light switches are if you needed to dim down one of the lights when you're sleeping. And they are also time sensitive. As for the standard provided toiletries, we have some hand soap, bar soap, by Byredo? I must be butchering that, but it's a really nice smelling French branded soap. It's the same brand that's going to be used for all the other toiletries, like the liquid version of the hand wash, as well as body lotion. Notice that all these bottles are large size, so they just refill them if you use it every day. Folded nicely besides those are your face cloths, and then there's also a box of tissues in the corner. Hanging beneath the vanities are your hand wash cloths, and there's one on each side, as well as all your body towels underneath. It comes with 4 automatically. There's a bagless trash can right next to the toilet, and then of course the toilet paper is folded nicely for hospitality. Moving on to the bathtub location, you do have a fresh floor mat for the shower area. Shower was nicely maintained and clean at a first glance, though I'll talk a little bit more about my experience using it a little bit later in this video. But again, you can see those quartz tiles stretching from the tub to the top of the ceiling. There's the shower head. There's no handle, unfortunately, at least with this particular room. And you can see once again those large bottles for shampoo, conditioner, and shower gel, which work pretty nicely for hotel provided toiletries, especially since I did go swimming every day when I was here. They use a shower curtain, which almost seems brand new with all the creasing. And then next to that is the rack to hang your towel or clothes. And then we're back at the door. So returning back to the main space, we have this full-length body mirror right here in the corridor. And then you have 2 more waste bins here, again bagless. Then there's actually another mirror that if you press this button on the mirror, you can actually turn on the lights surrounding it. There is this seat cushion that you can use and then take advantage of this little ledge along the side of the wall here, where you could technically eat something here. They do have a room dining menu, of course, very much overpriced. They have a kids menu as well. And then there is this enormous, I want to say 75-inch flat screen TV that has like your pretty standard free TV channels. But the nice thing about this one is it also has built-in streaming apps, so you can actually sign into your Netflix account like I did to actually watch movies directly on the TV without having to hook up a computer. And although they do have a physical remote here, which is very nicely wiped down, I appreciate no oily fingerprints to be found here. You can also control the TV using your smartphone by scanning that QR code. I was even able to just check out straight from my room using that TV as well. But if you did want to hook up a computer, there are 2 HDMI ports tucked away here on the back side. Next to the TV is this large wardrobe, which does contain a safe that you can, of course, enter your own code. There's also a little nook underneath there if you want to put your shoes there. They do have a full ironing board as well as 2 bathrobes, which I'm not 100% sure if they are complimentary to use, because I do see that they do have a valet service for cleaning. So you may want to call them to make sure. And then there is an extra toilet paper roll at the top shelf as well as that iron. Next to that in the corner is your luggage holder. So now we made it to the other side of the room. So across from the window on the other corner is a floor lamp, and then the 2 double beds with 1 nightstand in between them with a lamp. Nothing too crazy in terms of like the thread count or the softness or anything, but you can see that it's made well, and I do like the frame design overall as well as the headboard. It looks just very clean and doesn't appear to have any stains. You're given 4 pillows per bed. There are some art pieces above the beds which kind of go in line with the Medina architecture that these buildings were designed upon. On that nightstand in between the 2 beds, you'll find the room phone, which is nicely wiped down. They clearly do clean this phone. Not every hotel does this. And then you're given a pad of paper and a pen, which you can of course take with you. And then here's the lamp, which is there on the bottom. And next to that is an alarm clock that also doubles as outlets, including USB and regular power outlets, plus a wireless Qi charger, which I use for charging up my phone. Nightstand does have a completely empty drawer. And as for the window view, it is a really big window spanning pretty much the entire wall. It has 2 shades that you can pull up and down using the chains here on the right side. And because I was in one of the higher rooms, I was able to see a large part of the city beyond just the adjacent buildings. And I can also, of course, see the streets down below. Talk a little bit more about the street noise in just a bit. And if it wasn't the dead of winter, I might even have opened up the windows. Thankfully, the room is, of course, climate controlled, and you have your thermostat right here on the wall that control the airflow coming out of those vents. And the room does come with the standard safety and security amenities. And following the trend of being more environmentally conscious, your do not disturb door hanger can also say if you don't want them to clean your room every day. But let's get to my experience staying in this room for almost a week. So first, I just want to preface this as I really did enjoy my stay here. There were a lot of great amenities with this hotel. I'll be making a separate video on that. And I do appreciate how clean and modern this room is in general. Practically speaking though, the mini fridge is pretty small. I would have liked it to be a little bigger. And you do notice that there isn't any kind of study desk or separate chair. So this little ledge is what you have to work with. And I was actually staying here for work, so I had my work laptop with me, but I couldn't fully fit or securely fit my work laptop on this little ledge here. Plus, if I wanted to plug it in, not only does it not give me enough space, but also the outlet is only over here. There's no other wall outlet near this ledge. So something to keep in mind if you needed to work out of here extensively. Wi-Fi was pretty good when I was here for the most part, but then there were a few maintenance type issues, like when I had initially turned on the shower, some yellow water was coming out, which did eventually run clear, so I'm just guessing this room might not have been used too much prior. But then the little knob to change it to the shower head actually broke off and sprung out at me. So that's not a good sign there that the shower is kind of falling apart. I also think there may have been something wrong with my AC unit because the fan was just always on no matter what. And I'm pretty sensitive to noise, so that is something that was kind of bothering me at night, even with earplugs on. And then for sure, since you are in the city, you can expect sirens and other street noise. Luckily, I was pretty high up. I can imagine the lower floors would have it a lot worse than I did. But unfortunately, there was still a good amount of street noise of the sirens that did make it up into my room, both at night and also during the day. So just make sure you bring earplugs and give their front desk a call if you run into any maintenance issues. I actually didn't bother trying to get my shower fixed because I ended up showering near the pool every day anyways. But when I did call the reception desk, they were very friendly, they were very quick to pick up. I was able to get things like toothpaste, mouthwash, and deodorant, which they did neatly place in my room. So that's what you can expect when you book a 2 double bed room in the Grand Tower. I think it's overall pretty good, pretty modern, pretty clean. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. But definitely subscribe to the channel to see more of my Chicago videos. Thanks for watching.